We'll be lucky if we leave your office at all in the next few days. Right. Relocating to my office would be a decent change of scenery, but it wouldn't solve the problem of our piles and piles of data sheets and paperwork that need doing. I see you somehow still have the energy to make terrible, dirty jokes. Or maybe the exhaustion has finally destroyed the last of your brain cells. I'm right there with you. I'm going to lose my mind at this rate. I hate data analysis with all of my being, especially when incompetent apprentices are left in charge of gathering the data while I'm gone. I swear they'd even forget how to dress themselves if I weren't there to oversee their every move. I mean, who organizes their data sets like this? Did I teach them nothing? Like yours are any better. Don't think I didn't see that mess of survey responses over there. And then we're stuck cleaning up the mess. If only being of higher rank didn't also involve being a babysitter to the apprentices. I just want to do my research, not play the part of an exhausted soccer mom. Yes, I mean, you should hear some of the things those bumbling fools say in my lab. They think I can't hear them, but I can. Their gossip is ridiculous. What on earth is a power couple? They've even said it about you and I a few times now, and frankly, I'm almost afraid to find out what they mean by it. We're two people who have powers, yes, but I don't see how that makes us notable or unusual in any way, especially here of all places. How do they even know we're together? We've been so... Don't give me that look. Well, our level of subtlety is irrelevant because my relationships are none of their concern. I mean, we are quite a powerful couple, but it is absolutely none of their business what I do in my spare time. Or who? Yes, no, not who. You. You're terrible. Were we ever this inept as apprentices? Not that you ever knew me as an apprentice. I was already a researcher when we met. I'm not being smug about it. It's not your fault. I was already promoted to researcher when you were accepted as an apprentice. I'm not grinning. Right. Right. I nearly forgot your apprenticeship was under Faustin. I can't imagine he gave you much room for mistakes as blatant as these. Yes, I was lucky enough to work under Marls from the beginning. I suppose that didn't help our peers' cries of favoritism that I managed to get an apprenticeship in my preferred department right away. The man makes me look laid back in comparison, though. Don't let him hear you say that. You'll get a lecture like no other. The bastard's got so much hot air, he could float away at any moment. What? You can't tell me you don't have any complaints about your supervisors, past or present. I grew up with Faustin, Dove. I'm more than aware of how he is. See, I knew it. Supervisors are just shit. They're shit. It's an endless endeavor. First we're apprentices, doing our superiors' busy work that they can't be bothered to do. Then we're researchers, but we still have to fight to be treated with any sort of respect. And now we're the superiors, we're the senior researchers, but we still have to deal with the department heads and juggle this latest batch of apprentices. I can't believe I was ever jealous of them putting you in charge of instructing them back then. Exactly. This has to be some form of hazing. Our apprentices and supervisors have to be colluding against us. Agreed. You know, I like this side of you. Ruthless, tough, a little mean. That people think you're so much nicer between the two of us astounds me. Don't get a big head. Look at this, it's gibberish. Upside down. Right. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm losing my mind. No, I think I've already lost it. Wouldn't be surprised if my brain was in a jar on Marl's desk right now. Alright, enough nonsense. Back to work. Is that for your newest project? The tethering thing? Right, the cross-elemental tethering device. Are you still having trouble getting results with subjects of incompatible elements? You keep glaring at those graphs. Yes, this is me giving you full permission to ramble about your work. I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Oh. Huh. Huh. Hmm? Oh, right. Yes, I imagine it would be difficult finding subjects who are capable of opening their minds to such different elemental powers. Water and fire, storms and earth. But it's safe, right? You said yourself that it wouldn't give them elemental powers, it'd just give them a little push to make it easier to develop and strengthen those powers. So... Right. I'm not falling asleep. I'm perfectly fine. I could listen to you talk about this for hours. I mean, besides, I could say the same to you. You may have that sparkle in your eyes that you always get when you're talking about your work, but those same eyes are also fighting to stay open. This feels like more than just a night or two with too little sleep. You haven't been sleeping lately, have you? You forget that I was in the same room as you for 8 whole nights, mind you, while we were in quarantine. Don't think for a second that I didn't hear you tossing and turning all the time. We're not talking about me right now. Nightmares? What about? I see. You hear movement, like you're being surrounded? Hunted. You do, huh? Yes, I've been having them too, but rather than pitch blackness, it's like I can only describe it as smoke. Thick, dark, so dark. Roiling smoke. Like the space around me is alive. And the voices, God, the voices, they're whispering directly into my brain. I agree. It's difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. When I do manage to fall asleep, I immediately return to that same dream, but then I feel something tug on me, on my chest, sharply. It pulls me backwards, harshly. I feel like I'm falling through an endless space, and then I jerk awake. You too. This doesn't feel like a coincidence. It all started after that rupture on the train. If we just hadn't been there, I was I saying? It's nothing. I'm fine. Just lost my train of thought. It's fine now. What? What? What's a starling doing flying around this time of night? Furthermore, why is it sitting on your windowsill? I have hobbies too, you know. You don't know everything about me. That's clearly a starling. Look at the iridescence of its feathers. It's oddly tame. It have not flown off yet. Maybe people have been feeding it. It had better not fly inside here, because I'm too exhausted to chase a bird around your office. Anyway, we should really get back to work. I believe the exhaustion is it's hitting me all at once now. Well, if you're too tired to continue, I suppose we could rest. Perhaps. Maybe not on my shoulder, though. No, I did not just nuzzle you. You must be exhausted if you're imagining things like that. I suppose you're right. We're not getting any more work done in this state, or at least nothing of quality. Should we go to your place or mine to sleep? I don't want to be alone right now. I think we need to pay that old friend a visit. He might have more insight